stick around for the full video because we got a little bit to go through. I got to tell you guys exactly what's probably going to happen next. And there's also going to be some updates to this video as well. So make sure you guys stick around for the full video. And with that there out of the way, let's get into it. It has been a good minute since we've had a conversation on this matter. But with Zalensky now kicking out religious leaders in Ukraine that have some form of ties to Russia or the Orthodox Church, I got a feeling this entire ordeal is about to get a little bit more serious. Now, guys, this video right here is also going to contain an update section to this video. By the way, updates for Gear Issue 33 and updates for John Claymore. I'll be leaving a link to the channel in the description box. That way you guys can go check it out. Of course, obviously, that's where my more social content is there. But there's going to be a bit of a content adjustment in the way I'm doing things, which, by the way, is going to be more in project form once the new year starts. Some projects and stuff are going to be released. I highly advise you guys go check them out. But we got to provide updates for this channel right here as well. And, of course, we're going to be doing that after we get through talking about this story. So the other day I came across this right here in my news feed, and I advise you guys to kind of read along. I'm going to kind of paraphrase exactly what he said on the other half of the video, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what to expect. Let's go ahead and roll this.
РНБО. Засідання, на якому ми розглянули численні факти зв'язків окремих релігійних кіл в Україні з державою-агресором. На жаль, навіть російський терор і повномасштабна війна не переконали деяких діячів в тому, що варто подолати спокусу зла. Що ж, маємо створити такі умови, коли будь-які залежні від держави-агресора діячі не матимуть жодної можливості маніпулювати українцями і послаблювати Україну зсередини. Отже, перше, РНБО доручила уряду внести на розгляд Верховної Ради законопроект щодо унеможливлення діяльності в Україні афільованих із центрами впливу в Російській Федерації релігійних організацій. Друге, Державній службі з етнополітики та свободи совісті забезпечити проведення релігієзнавчої експертизи статуту про управління УПЦ на наявність церковно-канонічного зв'язку з Московським патріархатом за необхідності вжити передбаченим законом заходів.
To paraphrase what he is saying, basically things are about to get a little bit more hairy than normal. Guys, this time of the year, early December, things begin to get noticeably cold in Asia. Things, of course, unless of course you live in India or the Middle East, which, by the way, in the Middle East it also gets cold as well. This right here is about to get darker and darker and darker, and the mere fact that you're now removing religious leaders. By the way, I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. I'm just kind of playing referee here. If you were trying to remove religious leaders that, by the way, have ties to the country that you're fighting, that right there sort of indicates that things are, in fact, about to pick up. Business is about to get a lot worse. And I don't think Pooty Poot's is going to like that very much, especially when the Russian sections of Ukraine see their ministers being removed. This is not going to go well, I think, for Ukraine doing this. If anything, I think it's going to encumber more wrath from the Russian people, and I think it's going to maybe change the narrative a little bit in the war. Guys, I saw a thing the other day from another YouTube content creator, I think his name is Spoon, where he was showing, and by the way, I'll leave the actual link to that video in the description box of this video right here as well. He was showing exactly what Ukraine looks like at night. He was using one of those overhead charts, and it looks pretty bad. They keep telling you that Ukraine is winning, and I would like to think that the Ukrainians are winning because I do feel for the Ukrainian people. They're defending their homeland. I don't like the Ukrainian government. As a matter of fact, I actually would like to see Ukraine win the fight, then turn right back around and elect a brand new government to replace the one that they have, the very, very corrupt one that, by the way, is rooted with the corrupt politicians here in the United States, especially the more and more money we send over there, the more and more equipment that we send over there, the more and more our inflation goes up, the price of gas goes up, which, by the way, is down right now, but the price of everything else is obviously going through the roof. Fact of the matter is that this entire situation is about to get much, much darker, and you're probably going to get a lot of stories here in the next few months that are probably going to mortify you and probably scare the hell out of you. And in the meantime, though, go ahead and expect things in the news cycle to be a little bit hairier than normal. With that right there being said, let's go ahead and get to the update section of this video. before we go full-throated, number one, the scenarios and stuff are going to be coming from Gear Sheet 33, and they're going to be going to a second channel on the Claymore channel itself. I'm probably going to create 2 total channels on that channel to go along with my main channel, maybe a third for different things. One, of course, would be prepping. One, of course, would be for like conspiracy theories and stories, maybe character review, especially as I begin to start reviewing more into pop culture and actual video games and stuff on that channel here. This channel right here, of course, is going to be going to military movies and stuff, and I'll be bringing that back up in the next edited clip, which, by the way, I had to kind of edit this one back in because I had forgotten to mention it in the other clip. The thing is this right here. One of the things that you might want to expect, you might be seeing is that, of course, these videos right here are going to be released every other day. For example, I'll be releasing this video right here on Monday, which, by the way, will then prompt another video on Tuesday, but no video on Wednesday, of course, which, by the way, I'm talking about Gear Issue 33. And, of course, I'll probably just do that alternating every other day. It also allows me an additional day to collect more and more data to give much, much more nuanced takes because the videos themselves are obviously going to be a lot longer because YouTube likes to push that content. It's probably one of the reasons why I've not gotten the growth that I probably should, because I get complaints all the time in the algorithm saying, why is your channel not growing? And, of course, I've contacted YouTube, and they've actually told me to make the videos longer. They haven't actually... They've laid phantom strikes on my channel before, but at the same time, though, I'm kind of going through with YouTube content creators, and they tell me, make the content much, much longer, obviously, and try to do it in a different form. Because doing it, obviously, from the camera, only certain individuals can do that, and a lot of them already have platforms before this channel even started. Now, with that right there being said, on Claymore, you're probably going to see the exact same pattern in videos like this right here, where I'm in front of my phone or I'm in front of a camera speaking to you guys through a microphone. Those videos right there will be going on my Rumble channel. I will leave a link to Rumble so that way you guys can follow me over there. It's for the more anti-SJW stuff because I got a feeling the tech censorship is probably about to tighten up just a little bit more. With that there being said, let's go ahead and get to the other portion of the updates. Of course, this was the edited clip that I forgot to edit in the other ones. Let's go ahead and get to that. As I said at the beginning of the video, guys, this portion of this video right here will be edited into every single video that's released on Monday. Now, guys, I want to talk about this because I think you guys need to be kind of giving another heads up. I want to kind of do that. I understand that sometimes these update videos are a little bit aggravating, but at the same time, that I feel you guys need to be informed so that way you guys are not caught off guard when you notice a little change. Now, guys, I told you guys that on Giant Claymore that eventually I would be putting a lot of these videos more towards, I'll be going behind the actual computer itself. That's true. On Gear Issue 33, the same exact thing is going to be occurring. The video, by the way, for Gear Issue 33 is obviously going to be mostly about what's going on in Ukraine, kind of a prepper take to kind of get you guys ready for what is actually set to happen, what you're about to hear. But I want to go ahead and take care of the Gear Issue 33 portion of these updates first. Okay, guys, I've already said this before, and I mean this, that it's going to be more military movie related, more military history. We're going to transition that content. We're going to go ahead and try to do it now. The first few videos you guys can expect is stuff like top 15 World War II movies, top 15 war movies of all time, top moments in war films. I've even already got my list prepared and even some of my script for that. Clips and stuff I've not actually downloaded or actually screen recorded, but that right there will be occurring here soon. There is one particular project, the first main project that I actually want to work on right now is this one on First Blood. Now, guys, I'm sure most of you have seen the Rambo series. The book First Blood by David Morrell obviously was the inspiration, the framework for the actual movie itself. The actual story of the movie itself, like let's just say all the monotony that occurred on the set of that film as they were trying to make it, which, by the way, it was not made in 1981 and released in 1982. That's actually not entirely true. It was actually made a little bit shorter than that. And Stallone actually had to buy the rights to that film at an auction, and he had to make some cuts to it. Basically, it was like a project film for him that he ultimately got down to 90-some-odd minutes and released. There are obviously some differences from the book. For example, Rambo, the character of Rambo, dies in the actual book. I do advise you guys go read the book, or you can do the audio book, which, by the way, you can find on YouTube. I actually read the book a year ago, but I rewatched the audio book or re-listened to it to kind of like have it read back to me to kind of refresh it because I haven't had really the time to actually physically sit down and actually read. However, I am going to start reading more on my own aloud, obviously for my voice, because sometimes I have a hard time stuttering and sometimes I stammer in front of the camera. May actually improve the speech. But that right there is a project to kind of expect on the horizon, probably the very, very first big one. Of course, it would be like a long review, like you would catch an actual movie review. But it would obviously go into talk about stuff like PTSD, the situation at the time, the Vietnam War. And there's also this very, very interesting dialogue in the book that was obviously not in the film between Troutman and Teasel, which there's a lot more going on there with Teasel than was actually presented, which a lot of people didn't pick up on. But it was talking about the troops coming home. Now, to the Claymore section of this video, and by the way, a lot of these camera videos, a lot of these videos that I'm doing right now in front of this iPhone and a microphone, a lot of these type of videos right here are going to be going on Rumble. Now, we'll officially do that the first of the year. I kind of went ahead and posted about 8 or 9 videos to Rumble. I'll leave a link. It's kind of like a collage, so make sure you guys kind of follow me there. The more anti-SJW takes are going to be there. We're going to start doing more projects, more studies. Now, of course, I'm going to continue to do some of those videos here on YouTube as well until we officially kind of like wean our way into that direction. But here's an idea of some of the projects to expect. Stephen Crowder changed my mind recently about women in combat roles. That right there is an issue that I think I personally need to tackle. But I think there's a lot more nuance than what may have been given in my original videos on that on Gear Issue 33. Also, how the media manipulates is a project that I did back, I think, in June of this year. But the volume on it was kind of messed up. I listened to it twice, and I just said, I got to take this video down. One of my subscribers comes across to this, they're probably going to get annoyed with that video. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of redo that one. Of course, we're going to do it a little bit differently. How to fix the GOP is another project. There's one project in particular that I'm really looking forward to doing. And, of course, I want you guys to go back to that video where Jink flipped out and had a meltdown on Tim Pool over the Club Q shooter in Colorado. Jink said a lot of things in that video that, quite frankly, were completely untrue. I think there needs to be an actual honest-to-God rebuttal. And, of course, that topic is going to be about who abuses kids the most. Of course, we're talking about race, ethnicity, actual situation, jobs, jobs, workers, etc., school system, Catholic priests, stuff like that right there. We're going to go back into the groomer agenda, which, by the way, is a video that I privatized and eventually pulled down because, obviously, we might want to wait till we get monetized to actually do that one, but that is one to actually expect. I want to do one on school shooters, a much more nuanced view on school shooters. Obviously, this channel, especially as it goes more into societal takes, we're going to be doing more stuff like, also another one, liberals and mental illness and liberals and attractiveness. That right there is another one that, quite frankly, I want to do. Now, guys, with that right there being said, this particular clip right here will be edited into all 3 videos for tomorrow. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. Also, if you want to comment, make sure you guys do so. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, click on the notifications bell. A lot of you guys are subscribed to the channel are not getting my videos because YouTube is not notifying you. I think a lot of that is because of a very, very simple adjustment. Just hit the subscribe button. Make sure it says all, so that way you guys are notified when my videos come out. With that right there being said, I will see you guys later.